Let's do it.
You ready to go?
Let's go.
Let's count them down from 3, 2, 1, mob!
Hello guys, my name is Nathan. I'm the co-owner of Bar Glue in Liverpool and this year's Patrón Perfectionist Global Champion. Today I'm going to be talking about why planning ahead matters and my 3-month journey into opening a bar, also known as an idiot's guide to opening your own bar. Now, straight off the bat, I will admit that I have suckered you in with a little bit of clickbait. Yes, we opened Bar Glue in a very short period of time. Within 1 month of signing the contract, we were open and operational. However, it didn't come around just like that. This is a process that has taken several years. So Mike, Harriet and I, we first talked about opening our own bar 5 years ago when I visited them in Paris. And at that point, it was a little bit of a pipe dream. 3 kids sat by the Eiffel Tower, dreaming of one day owning our own place. But we were very passionate about it. And the last 2 to 3 years is when we really knuckled down and started to become serious about it. Now, I could stand here all day and talk about the important things that we found during this time. What went right, what went wrong, the amount of times that I bought expensive things during the build and got told off because I didn't ask, even though it was from my very inexpensive office setup. But for me, there are 5 key points that are integral to opening any bar and building a brand. Number 1, have a clear idea. Know what it is that you're trying to achieve and how you're going to achieve it. What's your brand? What's your design look like? Are you high volume or small and intimate? What's your drink style? Who's your target audience? And knowing these things is how you turn a space from this into this. And this process can take years, and it can change during that time, and it certainly did for us, and that's fine. But your 3 months could be around the corner, and deciding whether or not you want a chandelier when the electrician is already at the top of the ladder is not the right time. Plan ahead. Number 2, networking. Now, networking can have a bit of a bad connotation around it. It can be seen like a bit of a dirty word, but it doesn't have to be an organized midday brunch with tuna sandwiches and name tags. What it can be is 5 a.m. outside Alibi at Tales of the Cocktail in New Orleans with a Miller High Life in hand. And I use this example specifically because that's where we met Eliza from Equal Measure in Boston. And she messaged me a few days ago to say that she's coming to visit us with her mum next month in Liverpool, and we're planning an event next year. So that's networking. Making friends in the industry is networking. And competitions are networking. I wouldn't be anywhere near where I am today. I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for Patrón Perfectionists. That's a fact. Mike and I started entering competitions about a year ago with the sole aim of meeting like-minded people, expanding our own network and developing ourselves and our skills as well. And so everything that we have achieved up to this point has stemmed from that. Working with brands is networking. Know who your local and national reps are, and I can't stress this enough, ask them for things. They want to work with you, and they often have a knowledge, an experience, and access to things that you don't. So don't be afraid to reach out to them and ask for that help. But I will say, work with brands that you love. And aside from all of this, you can workshop drinks in the prep area of your bar as much as you like, but until you put yourself in a situation where you can get feedback, then you're never really going to be able to fully develop that skill. You could be the best bartender in the world, but until you go and showcase that, your talent can end up wasted. Number 3, and it's a big one, social media. Social media is more integral to this industry than it ever has been, and you can reach, before even opening, people that 20 years ago would have just been impossible. So that needs to be taken advantage of. But putting up a post once a week and just leaving it there is not enough. Brand, image, and personality are essential for socials. And in the lead up to opening, having a clear and cohesive design with intention behind every post is critical. Now more than ever, it's visible seeing who is behind the bar. So take advantage of that and use that visibility and use your personality to attract engagement. And now more than ever, bars are virtual as well as physical. So if you say that you're going to open your doors in August, but you put your post up in May, then that's the day that your bar opens. People will see and judge it before the doors are actually open. So be honest and genuine, and show yourself off, but don't be arrogant, because you have potential guests around every corner. Number 4, support. Being a bar owner is not as glamorous as we thought it might have been. We learned that pretty quickly. So you might strike lucky and have a bar in Soho that's got queues out the door every single day, but we don't. We're on the Albert Dock in Liverpool. You have to come out of your way a little bit to come and see us. So a couple of weeks ago, we had a quiet Tuesday night. It was rainy, it was cold, it's expected, but we had our first major panic and started asking ourselves, have we made the worst decision of our lives? Is anyone ever going to come again? And by chance, one of our friends, Simon, who owned a bar in the city, shot us a message to see how we were getting on. And we talked him through how we were feeling, and he just laughed and sent us this article. He wrote this for Class Bar Mag about the ups and downs of owning a bar. And one of the quotes was, "You're never going to be busy on a rainy Tuesday night the week before payday." That really struck home with us, made us feel much calmer, a good dose of reality, and we needed that support from Si. And finally, but probably most importantly, passion. What does every successful business in the world have in common? Passionate people behind it with drive who care. You could have a £10 million hotel in Manhattan or a £2,000 pop-up coffee shop in Liverpool. Both can be equally successful in their own rights with passionate people behind it. And I could, as I say, carry on just giving little bits of advice that I've found, play to your strengths, learn to sacrifice. Don't use Sharpies on paper if you've got a quartz table, which I learned the hard way. But these are my 5 ingredients that are important and most integral for me with opening the bar. Thank you.